welcome to this week's episode of Food from Fiction. I felt like we hadn't done any YA books, young adult books, recently, so we're going to tackle one this week. I picked Love and Gelato, and surprisingly, we're not making gelato, we're making Nutella. We're going to make a vegan version of Nutella, so we'll see how that goes. Love and Gelato is sort of a typical coming of age, got a little romance, that kind of teen thing. Also, it has a lot to do with discovering your past and who you are in relation to your family, both biologically and families that you choose to be a part of. I don't know. It's, if you like that sort of thing, then it's awesome. For me, what makes me so excited about this book is that it just opened my eyes to a whole type of thing that existed that I wasn't aware of. So the main character's dad, he works at an American cemetery in Florence. And this made me really curious about whether or not there are Americans work in American cemeteries across the world, and the answer is yes. So this book just prompted me to do a whole bunch of research, and if being a librarian doesn't work out, that's definitely what I want to do next. Yeah, so I really enjoy when books just make you stop and go, I wonder if that's real, or, you know, like, I don't know. Super exciting. Okay, Nutella. So I have a bunch of hazelnuts, but they still have their skins on, so I am toasting some in the toaster oven, and I'm doing this in batches, and this batch is done. The theory is that when you toast it, the oils kind of help loosen up the skins so they're easier to get off. So I'm just pouring them, let's get all of them, into a dish towel and then just kind of rubbing them together to get the skins off. Rubbing them against each other just sort of helps break down the skins. And all right, while those cool for a second, we're going to start our next batch of hazelnuts. If you've never toasted nuts in the oven before, just make sure they're all in one layer on a pan, and check on them every couple of minutes and just shake them so everything gets browned equally. And you have to keep constant track on them because things go from nice, almost toasted to burnt in no time flat. So once I'm done taking the skins off of all of these hazelnuts, I'm putting them into a food processor. And once this batch is done, we'll get on to the next. Once you get all the skins off, or the majority, it's not the end of the world if there's still skins on. It just won't be quite as smooth and nice. Put them in the food processor, and we're going to make them into a nut butter pretty much. Okay, once you have a basic nut butter, just gonna add all the other ingredients in. So I have some powdered sugar. I think I'm gonna take out the whole top, or this is gonna be a really big mess. I have some unsweetened cocoa powder. I have some coconut oil. Then we have salt. And lastly, some vanilla. And we're just going to blend this all together, and yeah, super easy. Here we go. All right, and that's how you make Nutella. Mine's not quite as smooth as store-bought because I wasn't that patient with crushing up my hazelnuts from the get-go, but other than that, it's beautiful. So Love and Gelato, if you're looking for a fun teen read I suggest it, and yeah, tell me what you think of this book. What books inspired you to do more research on a topic, or made you just go, wow, I had never considered that. I want to know, that way I can read them too. See you next week.